Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another VS Gaming Premier Division match between Bravado and Royal eSports. Between these two, a lot to play for. Bravado looking for another win. They've not lost a game yet. Yes, they did forfeit 2 games due to some unforeseen circumstances, and our love does go out to Bravado Lithium. He lost his father about a week ago. So all our sympathies go to Bravado Lithium, standing strong, and it's something that none of us would like to go through. But life goes on, and so we get on with this game. And as I mentioned, it's Bravado versus Royal, and Royal has a big mountain to climb to dethrone Bravado. I don't think Bravado either or Royal is in any danger of getting demoted to the first division. So this game is just about bragging rights, I would say. And today, yet again, I've got Mr. Edgar. Welcome, Edgar.
Hello, I am Mr. Didn't sleep last night. I hope you enjoy the game.
Yeah, and this guy was grinding his maths, and apparently,
It did not, but, well, it's another day. I'm still alive, that's what matters.
yeah, that's all that matters. The man is still alive. We're amped for this game. Can't wait to get this underway. We're quickly going to look at the maps here between Bravado and Royal. I was surprised with the Search and Destroy and CTF pick from Royal. I would think they'd maybe try and ban that out or put in something different. We know how good Bravado is at the flag tower and how dominating their SMG players are. But starting with the map number 1, London Docks Hardpoint. Then we'll move along to a USS Texas Search and Destroy, Flag Tower CTF, and if it goes any further than 3 maps, we hope it does, we're going to see a Gibraltar Hardpoint and a Search and Destroy London Docks. And Edgar, if you already look at London Docks, I've streamed Bravado a couple of times. I think it's the first time I got to them in in the third leg. But their hard point, and especially their statue hill, the first hill of London Docks, they are probably one of the best teams controlling that first hill.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, if you have the power to turn a contest hill into a money hill, then you're most probably going to win the map simply because you have another hill that you can trust on to get 30 plus points.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult from Royal. Royal is gonna have to work hard in keeping spawns and getting the rotations quite early. As Bravado is one of those teams, they're ruthless. They slay out anything, and if you're a team like Royal that wants to get one up, you're gonna have to stand strong in defense.
Indeed, Royal will need to play their best hardpoint yet. I don't think that they'll beat Bravado. I think this will still be a 3-0 for Bravado, though I want to see a game 5, of course, always. But realistically, yeah, this London Docks first map should go towards Bravado.
First map, we'll see what goes on. That guy's mic is AIDS. Okay, which one? Me or the other guy? But I'll get you in now. But let's get prediction. Oh my goodness, look at my cardcaster. What is happening here? Hello?
I have no idea. There we go.
What's happening?
Mine is decent now.
Okay, mine's back to normal. I do apologize. I had no idea what happened there. But as we mentioned, it's an uphill battle, and I'm going to jump on board with the captain from Bravado, and that's Lithium.
Indeed, as he goes towards the hill, well, his team's already finding a couple of kills, one of them being their own teammate, but we see that Bravado gets a Queen 4 down off the break. They're not scoring points at the moment, they're just trying to maintain map control until Inferno gets into the hill.
And this is exactly what I mentioned with the slaying power from Bravado. They're slaying out early on, and they're keeping the spawn. And you can see here with Bravado Lithium, the call out did come, Alton or Inferno, that being his name, go out gate and get control. But Royal doing a good job just taking control at that first hill and now moving along to second. And I did mention before this game started how crucial rotations is going to be.
Indeed, they're very important, and we saw that Royal got important kills on rotation, that they spawned their team over on the crane side of the map, and that will allow them to try and break the hill, but we see that Bravado at the moment has control of the second hill. It will pop very shortly. And the players from Royal are now spawning out.
As I mentioned, they spawn out and they need their defense to stay strong. They can have the rotations, but if you're playing the likes of Bravado, that little flaw will bite you in the butt, and that's exactly what's happening there with Royal almost turning and burning on another player at the back there of spawn. But Royal so far doing a good job just staying in touch.
Indeed, they managed to break the hill with a good amount of teamwork. The player number 4 in spawns is Trigger, just trying to hold those. He will be trying to rotate now, but he gets caught by Rahil. At the moment, it seems like, well, Bravado just got 2 queen kills, which means that they're going to be in control of the rotation.
Yeah, we can see rotation coming down. Player number 7 is Bravado Cerberus. He's already up and next. Just pushing a bit further out just to ensure that no one pushes him. But as I said, Bravado doing a good job just anchoring things down. They retake the lead in this game. First team to just pass that 50-point mark, and I'm surprised by Royal. They're keeping up at the moment.
Yeah, they are. They're just at the moment they're playing neck and neck. You don't see many times where the kill feed is all red. You're seeing trades coming in and around the map, and that's what you want to see. And Royal players, as soon as they get these kills, they're going to try and push up. Sawyer actually gets an important 2 kills to keep control of the hill, but what you want to see now is whether these gunfights will go in favor of Royal or Bravado, so that they can keep or break the spawns for the next hill over at Beer.
They're just gonna, my biggest thing at the moment is they're gonna have to look over Slayer J. Slayer J has his glide bomb. He's just what, 100 points away, less than let's say 80 points away from getting his next couple of streaks. And he's going to be the telling factor if they can maybe take control over this hill. Coming up there, does find Inferno as well. Great 2-piece. He's on a 7 streak at the moment. The man's unstoppable. He's 13 and 7 with a minute in the hill. So he's doing literally it all for Trigger picking up 3. I didn't even see that. And that's coming in with an Aeon. That's one thing you always say, how important Aeon dominance is in every single map in World War II.
Indeed it is. If you set up on a head glitch or an advantageous position with an AR, you can control what you're looking at much easier than if you had a submachine gun. Now as we look towards the rotation for this crane hill, we saw that Rahil was the only guy there. He gets taken out, which means that Royal again will have the rotation for the last hill of the rotation.
Oh, we just had a look there with Trigger. Trigger was very, very close to his glide bomb. My call out to him was, listen here, give me time, let me get in the hill, let me get the opening points. And unfortunately it does die as he did not get his glide bomb. And that could have helped his team so much. As I think it's one player from Royal already that has his streak, Slayer J, 15 and 9. The man's an absolute beast at the moment, as Trigger is trying to slay out from behind. And now the guys from Royal spawning all the way out to trains.
Indeed, a well-executed break from Bravado. You saw that all the kills came in at practically the same time. And that got him a little bit of hill time and spawns, but not for long. The hill is going to be contested. But these last 20 seconds will go towards Bravado. As we work towards the rotation, we see that Royal has fire control. They don't have middle control yet, but they will be working towards that now.
I've no idea what Slayer J is on, but please give me whatever he is on. He's a 19 and 9 on a 4 streak, and he's racking things up. And if that's how you come out of the gates to maybe cause an upset against Bravado, and his teammates aren't disappointing as well. As Trigger picks up 2, he's on a 3 streak. He's positive as well, and I did not foresee this scoreline at all.
Again, this happened. This is the second rotation of hills, and what happened here for Royal is the same thing that happened on the first rotation. They managed to break the hill through the water side of the map because Bravado isn't putting pressure there, and so that makes it much easier for Royal to break that and to hold it as well. Because if you have an AR looking over that long sideline over at the docks, and most of B-Dom, the B-Domination flag, you can get in a ton of spots to take down enemies from. And now we're looking at this rotation, we see that Bravado will probably hold the rotation, at least the spawns. But the glide bomb comes in, and now it's a 3v1 fight for the hill. And Royal wins it.
Yeah, Royal doing exceptionally well as they get control over the hill. It was Bravado that was contesting, and the guys from Royal just did not have, or did have that answer. And Fanboys yet again, the captain leading by example. He's on a 5 streak, closer to his glide bomb, and this is where I'm telling my teammates, listen here, help me, and he'll take control, let me get out and let me play my streaks, as this will be so influential in this game if he can find his score streaks as well. And this the scoreline is staggering, as Royal is 100 points up against the likes of Bravado.
Definitely a surprise, but we see that Rahil just got a huge kill on the person over at docks from Royal. That managed to spawn player number 7 Cerberus on the actual hill, on the 3rd hill, and that means that they will, well, at least have a chance to fight for the rotation.
Fight indeed, but even being men down, the Royal is still contesting and still being a nuisance, and this is exactly what you want, as Inferno almost picking up 2 there, but the help coming in from Fanboys. The captain yet again causing some havoc, but Lithium, the other captain from Bravado, is saying, no buddy, we're coming back and we're taking this map. They still have an 80-point deficit, so they need to get on, as Royal's going to look to close it, maybe in this hill coming.
Again, look at the spawns, look at what's happening. There's Royal players are spawning in beer, which is the preferred spawn for the beer hill. And if they can hold this, they will most likely get at least 30 seconds in this hill, and that just makes the game pretty much be over. Of course, you cannot count out Bravado in any way, but if they manage to keep these spawns, it will be a huge advantage for them.
Yeah, huge advantage indeed would be for them, but yet now the spawns, they still have that edge. Oh my goodness, Trexie just snaps on Cerberus there, and they take control over this hill again. Royal's really surprising me with their gun skill at the moment. They're not losing their gunfights. Let's just bring up the scoreboard just to check if no one is 1 barring or 2 barring. Fanboys has the occasional jump to 2 bar, but it looks all well from all players at the moment with regarding their connection. And the scoreline is actually quite shocking to me.
Yes, now you want to see the Royal players rotating, exactly. Just don't go for the other hill, use a streak maybe as they use the glide bomb. Unfortunately they didn't pick up anything with that, but these 17 seconds are actually big. The Trexie just got, or might get, never mind. But that slows down the Bravado players from rotating, and it means that Royal has full control of the map for the last hill. They can win this here.
Yeah, Royal can win it here, and they perfectly set up just to do so. It's going to be the guys from Bravado that needs to push in and make something happen. Trexie has the game of his life. He's 36 and 26. Make that 27. Positive 9 with Trigger here with an STG. Just aiming down range. Inferno stopping him there. as Inferno drops as well. But Slayer J is in the hill. He's racking things up. They're 10 points away from taking this first hard point over Bravado. And it's Cerberus saying no with a 3-piece there. And now Bravado will take charge if they can get into the hill. The smoke is going down. A big chance for Royal to end it there. But Bravado just breaks in and stops it.
You want to see Royal push up now. You don't want to see them just try and hold the mid hill from the statue side. You want to see them try and push out water as much as they can. You see that they're now spawning at docks. And if they pick up some kills here, they might win this map just right here. But at the moment,
Slayer
it
J
seems
is
like
going
they
to play a
will.
big role. Slayer J coming from behind, getting that kill. They know everyone's going to flood in from gates, and Royal walk away with that first HPW. 250 over 169 of the likes of Bravado, and that scoreline was definitely not on the cards for many people, Edgar.
We did not expect that at all. But Royal showed up to be the better team in HP. They got the rotations better. They got kills in waves better. You saw this was pretty much back and forth, but you saw that whenever kills were happening, sometimes they were not traded by either team, which is it shows how good they are individually and as a team, because if you're getting waves of kills, then that means that you're in the right positions or you're pushing the things correctly. So a good game from Royal. What you don't want to see from Bravado is on their first hill, they lost around, well, I would say actually around 40 seconds for the whole map on the first hill,
Yes.
because they didn't hold the water side of the map.
Yeah, it's unlike Bravado just to be that slayed out, I would say. We check at the captain, Bravado Lithium, 17 and 31. It's not usually what you see from the captain. But if you look from the guys from Royal, we had Trixie positive 10. He dropped a 40. Okay, he's just under a minute. Slayer J, the OBJ of the team, you can maybe put fanboys in the same category. But even Slayer J, 35 and 23. Positive 12. And that's one heck of a game from him. Trigger played his part with Naya. And fanboys, even the captain, saying, not today, but yes, he's negative 6, but he did do his time in the hill. And that's exactly what you want in that HP. As I think we're going to go to a search and destroy right now. To bring up the maps here for you guys. We can see we're playing a search and destroy on USS Texas. And I'm having a feeling Bravado is saying no, we're playing on a different host. All good, they more than welcome to host their own maps. And if that is so, we're going to see a USS Texas played on most likely Bravado's Bravado Lithium's host. But I think they're refusing the neutral host that is ZA Bully. Might not have a good connection to the host, so it's one of those things, Edgar.
Yes, it definitely happens. I felt it. If you're Portuguese and you play on French host or English host, it is extremely annoying because you're 3-barring. But that 3-bar isn't the same as you get when you're playing against Spanish players. I would say it's basically the difference between playing from Johannesburg to Pretoria and from Cape Town or Port Elizabeth to, let's say, Nelspruit, for example, in terms of distance.
Yeah, it is difficult. We always try to get a Johannesburg host. It's the mutual playground, you could say, from Cape Town to Durban or between there. And we know obviously if one team is in Cape Town, one team is in Joburg, you most likely want a Port Elizabeth host. But we know PE's internet is not the best. Cerberus can vouch for that. And being a man from PE as well, it's bad. It is bad. But enough about the shitty internet you get in South Africa. That first HP was ridiculous played by Royal. They played it perfectly. The ARs had the dominance over the ARs from Bravado. The SMG players made their presence known in the hard points. When it came to it, they had rotations, and when Bravado did slay them out to get into the hill, Royal bounced back immediately.
Indeed, they did. You saw AR players, the AR players holding their lanes and doing what they needed to do so that the subs could push up. And then you saw the submachine gun players from Royal just getting two pieces left and right. Every time you saw a hill and the sub players from Royal were there, you would practically always see a two piece. This is something that, well, I'm not going to say that it shouldn't happen if you're Bravado, but that just shows how individually talented the Royal players are.
Yeah, they are talented indeed, and that's how you find yourself in the Premier Division. You're not there just because of luck. You're there because of, well, your team can work together as a team and slay out, and you've got your games down to a T. As I'm struggling to join Edgar, I don't know if you have a problem.
I just need an invite. That's what I need.
I'm trying to join. It's
Hold on.
taking me a while. Don't know why. I usually have no problem joining on Bravado Lithium. Come on, please get me in there. Okay, I'm gonna restart my app, and
I have joined.
yeah, that's what
Try
you
joining on me.
that's what you get. A beautiful online game, World War II. Hopefully, if we can forget about this game this game as quick as possible when Black Ops 4 hits. So excited for Black Ops 4, can't wait, and I want to really see how their BR system works. But yeah, Black Ops 4 is actually still quite a
If
while away.
Blackout is good, that's going to bridge the gap between the competitive community and the casual community. Because you will have your pro players just chilling after scrims, trying as hard as they can to get a win. And you're going to have your casual players that just jump into the game once a week, just trying to have some fun, right? And that's going to be interesting, that balance.
Yeah,
Especially because they're adding fan favorite maps or fan favorite areas from maps. And I think that will make the map even more interesting. We'll just have to see how it plays because there hasn't been any gameplay released yet.
yeah, no gameplay released yet. But coming back to that first HP score, it was 250 to 100 and what was it, Edgar?
67.
167. So a good start from Royal and a perfect start from then you could add.
Yes, you want to see them win the first map. You want to see them start with the momentum up. Because if they can keep going on this S&D, if they win this S&D, of course there are chances of a reverse sweep from Bravado, but it's much less likely to happen. It's more likely for Royal to win the series if they get this S&D win than it is for Bravado to reverse sweep them, honestly. Especially because there will be a second hardpoint.
My big thing is now we know how search and destroy can play out. The better team can sometimes just lose a search and destroy to a team that barely practice, and that is search and destroy sometimes. And if Royal can come up with two maps and take this series with a 2-0 lead, Bravado has some difficulty on their hands in the series.
Indeed they do, and in terms of S&D maps, how is Bravado on Texas? Is this their best map? One of their worst? How
Well,
do you know? Do you have any information on
yeah.
that?
Well, we know Bravado Inferno is an exceptional sniper. So if we can see him maybe control the lanes at A-bomb, just aiming downside, making sure no one crosses, I think Bravado should walk away with this. I don't think they've lost a search and destroy USS Texas to anyone. I know they're very, very strong on this map and they like it as well. So we'll see what they can do if I jump on board with Lithium. Yes, he's running that sniper, the M1903.
The Springfield, as it's also called. Let's see what he does.
Let's see what he does, and we can see him going right up here, just making sure no one crosses to get to that A-bomb, and he might get met by Trexie. And I think if we jump to Trexie, just want to see what hero is running as well. And yeah, Trexie with the Lee Enfield and with the 4x optic.
ACOG. Yep, 4x optic, also called an ACOG in more recent terms. But bomb went down for Bravado. As long as they hold their positioning that they have at the moment, they will probably win this round. They have a player watching over bomb. And you have the snipers at the back just covering him, and it's 28 seconds now, and Royal needs to make their moves. Smoke comes out from Sawyer J, but the kills come in favor of Bravado.
Yep, they're coming in. And Fanboy is the last one alive for Royal, and just can't do it. And the mistake there by Royal was giving them complete access to the bomb. They didn't cause any distress from Bravado, and it was an easy plan for them. Jump across, get the bomb down, and you could get out with his life to spare. So something Capo needs, or not Capo, Royal needs to have a look at.
Indeed, they didn't even nade the bomb. I don't know if they saw the player cross towards the A bomb site, but they should have naded the bomb to at least check if he was there or not. Anyway, we're seeing Royal come up on the offense now, and they're doing a 3 middle setup, I think. It appears so from the minimap, but they're playing this quite well. They're playing for a first pick.
Well, we can see Slayer J.
Bomb would probably go down on B now.
Yeah, he's just hugging the post here by B. The smoke has gone down. Bravado Cerberus does get down below. He does challenge some stupid shots there, but Lithium just runs up, takes down 2 players from Royal, and it's all up to Trigger now with his Lee Enfield to see if he maybe can clutch a 1v4 using a sniper. And I think this is quite an uphill battle.
This is over.
Finds one. And if he could do that, we had yesterday, if you can remember Edgar, we had yesterday, there was a 1v2, 1v3.
Please don't remind me of yesterday.
For you guys that don't know, yesterday we had Royal versus, was it 50 Cent, I think it was? Or...
Capo?
Oh, was it Capo? Or Capo versus 50 Cent?
I think so, I'm not 100%, let me check.
Yeah, it was one crazy game. We had 2 1v3s in Search and Destroy, and...
It was Capo.
And we just had a laugh about it and how the teams played it. But looking at Bravado Lithium, he's 5-0 currently on a 5 streak, and he's got the bomb, so he might just get his streaks if he jumps across and gets the bomb down.
Indeed, we just don't want to see Royal doing the same mistakes. You want to see them double nade the bomb right about now. Are they doing that? I think Trexie and his teammate are. The nades don't hit. At least one of them does not, and Lithium is planting this bomb, and he will get his glide bomb.
Gets the bomb planted and gets out with his life to spare, and that's exactly what we saw the first round, or the first attacking round from Bravado, where they got across, got the bomb down, and slaying out. Bravado Lithium shooting some bodies there, and Trexie probably not liking that, and it's again a Slayer J that needs to do it all. 1v2 situation and just can't do it. As a... What is my team's turned around here? I think it said
They're not.
I think it said Royal here 2-0 or 3-0 up.
No worries. Either way, Royal was doing the same thing on defense, and they missed their nades. If they didn't miss their nades, Lithium would not have streaks. And they probably would have won that round because they would have had bomb down on the A bomb side. They need to figure something out to counter that strat because it's worked for the past 2 offenses from Bravado. Yep. They need to work out a counter to that. Yep. Now, you see that they're currently trying to push the A bomb side just like Bravado was. The smoke comes down.
Yeah, I think I do apologize for the score, guys. The 2 teams has switched it up for some reason. So the score from Royal is 0, and Bravado has
0-3.
Yeah, Bravado has 3. I do apologize for that. Hopefully we can fix that for the following map. So just keep in mind Bravado is 3-0 up. I'll see if I can switch it by the intermission. Hopefully I can switch it around, but the names will still stay the same. Slayer J just playing down at the A bomb, and he needs to get out as Trigger and Lithium will now be taken out. Trigger, the only one alive with his sniper, he gets taken out again, and that's 4 straight rounds for Bravado.
Very patient play from Mr. Lithium there. Throughout all the smokes, he just sat on the left side corner of the A-bomb side, and he just watched this one player just push towards the A-bomb side, just took him down easily. I disagree with the use of the glide bomb there. You're on defense, and and Royal hasn't pushed A yet. They had not pushed A yet. So that's sort of a waste of a glide bomb, but they're 4-0 up, so there's no real reason to worry about it.
No reason to worry at all. And I can see Rifts, it's because Bravado is host. No, they've got set sides to go at all times, so the entire map Bravado will be accessed, or the allies. But the first blood coming in from Bravado and Royal respectively, and it's going to be a 3v3 now as Cerberus is controlling the bottom ship area. The bomb goes down for the first time for Royal, so we'll see what they can do just to keep the defense at it.
Indeed, the bomb does go down, and we see this very important gunfight over here from Slayer. He chooses to back out. Gunfights are going on across the map. Inferno gets Trexy. Trigger gets the trade on him. And let's see if Royal can break this. Doesn't appear so. Lithium and Cerberus with good teamwork turns this into a 1v2 for Trigger. 13 seconds, this round is over. And so will be the map in the next round, I predict.
And it's always Trigger last alive here. Maybe he's just playing too slow, or his teammates just playing too fast. He is the guy with the sniper, so you don't always need to push up, and your players need to have control. And unfortunately, Bravado yet again with another round there, and the captain from Bravado is really pitching in this search and destroy. Yes, he has host, but 10 and 1 on a 4 streak, and still has an artillery strike with a fighter pilot. This map's over.
Here's a question though, Ray. Will I be seeing my first donut since I started casting? That's possible. But we're seeing Royal go over towards that A-bomb site. They all have mountain, which means the streaks will not see them. The artillery barrage comes down on the A-bomb site. Wow, by Lithium. He still has a fire pilot, so at the moment they're just playing time. They don't need to do anything.
Yeah, it's the perfect situation for Bravado. They're not overextending anything. They do know the bomb needs to go down from Royal, as now the fighter pilot is coming in from Lithium, as he's gonna rain down by the A-bomb, not picking up one guy. So no love lost there, as Inferno trades one guy out, as Inferno does fall. Now Lithium falling as well, all up to Rahil to clutch this 1v3 situation.
Indeed, I think the players from Bravado got a little bit too overeager, but let's see if Rahil can save the round in the game for them. Nope, he cannot.
Yeah. First round to Royal.
Royal managed to avoid 2 streaks there and still win the round. That's a misplay from Bravado in my opinion. We saw that Fanboys also got out of his donut. Congratulations, you are now on the breadstick.
The man is getting roasted just by, as the Slayer J is on what do you say, a breadstick as well, but it can't deny the gameplay Slayer J had in that first HP we saw, what, 10 minutes ago.
Yes, you cannot. You cannot. You really cannot.
I want to jump to a skycam so we just can see the setup from Bravado again, and we can see Lithium yet again just jumped over to the A-bomb. He's gonna get it down yet again, and you'd think that Royal has read this play already.
It seems like they haven't. And well, it's now a 4v3 advantage. 4v2 now because Lithium picks up 2 huge kills, and this round should technically be over. It's a 3v2 now in favor of Bravado. 27 seconds left. Royal's players are nowhere near the bomb. And you have people just watching over the bomb. You have Lithium over on the bottom A area. Fanboys is currently trying to push that. He pushes top. Does he find Lithium? He does, but Lithium takes the gunfight. And on the other side of the map, Trigger gets picked up. And that is 6-1 for Bravado.
Yeah, guys, I do apologize if it's making you a bit confused. The scoreline is 6-1 to Bravado. They unfortunately did switch sides, so the guys from Allies went Axis and the guys from Axis went Allies. So that's the reason you're seeing the 6-1 scoreline to Royal. It is actually a 6-1 scoreline to Bravado. They absolutely annihilated in the search and destroy, and they now equal the series up to 1 apiece, 1 for Bravado, 1 for Royal, as we go into a Flak Tower CTF. And it's going to be interesting to see who hosts this next map.
Indeed. Obviously, a neutral host is better for everyone, but at the same time, if players from either team are having issues, then you might as well just have your team or the other team host.
Yeah, indeed. Neutral host always the better thing to do, as no team will have that host advantage. But both teams are in their rights to host their own maps, so no discredit there to Bravado. They could host their maps, as we're now going to switch again to the host from, I think it was a neutral host from Royal, I don't know, but we're going to join on Fanboys and see what happens.
Alright, as we do that, that map, especially the offense, that was not host. I don't think that was host, simply because, well, Bravado hit A on almost every offense round. I think they only hit B once. And every single round, or I actually think every single round that they went A, Lithium got the bomb down without so much of a scratch. And well, as soon as you get bomb down on A and you have a sniper watching over it, and you still have a 4v4, so you have basically every angle covered. If you have that and you have the bomb down, it's too hard or very hard to break that setup.
Yeah, it is very, very hard as we look at the maps to come. We're going to play on a Flak Tower CTF right now, and we will be seeing another map, and that's going to be Gibraltar Hardpoint. And we can see Riffs in the chat saying Royal take back hosts immediately. And we'll see now what Royal pens to do with their hosting privileges. But that search and destroyed by Royal was they did not learn by their mistakes. So we did see the attacking round from Bravado. They went over to A. Lithium jumped over to bomb. He peeked a couple of times, got the bomb down, and got out with his life. And Royal just did not read their plays over and over, doing the wrong thing. And the team keeps doing the same thing. You need to capitalize and play to their weaknesses.
Yes, you know that Lithium goes there every round. Just throw a double nade on there. On the A bomb site, you have two people there. Just coordinate the nade, throw it at the same time, and you get a first blood and bomb down on the A bomb site. It is that simple. You see pro teams doing this all the time, and as soon as they get that bomb down on the A bomb site, if you get the player that is planting the bomb without him actually getting to plant the bomb, that is basically a round win for you. Why? Because it's a 4v3 advantage for you. You know exactly where the bomb is, and you should be able to know where the other players from the other team are.
Yeah, and just that one mistake from Royal not capitalizing on the pushes from Bravado to the A-bomb site. And that one instance where they went to the B-bomb and got the bomb down Royal, they had Lithium from Bravado just pushing all the way through and getting the guy that planting and the guy looking to bottom ship. And lost that round as well. But that's over and done with. They did lose that one, so it's one apiece. Now going to a Flak Tower CTF. And this is one of Bravado's strongest CTF maps, I would say. I don't see them losing this to Royal, unless Royal can show what they had in that first hard point.
Indeed, I don't see them losing this flag tower either. But there's always a chance it could happen. Since the hard point happened, I have full faith in Royal now. But yes, I have full faith in Royal that they will take this map. But more probably, Bravado is going to take it. Now, the HP is going to be the most important map, no matter what happens, no matter which team wins this. Because if the HP goes in favor of Royal, that will just prove that at this point in time, Royal is better than Bravado on those two maps on hardpoint, right?
Yes.
And these teams are both in premium division, and you have a LAN coming up in a month. So what that will do is that will just force Bravado, if they lose that, to grind even harder and to just, well, go over the top on their practice and go over everyone else. I need to put myself into Codcaster. There we go.
Yeah,
who do you want to follow?
Literally
After
split
break.
seconds, and I think we're gonna start off with Slayer J. Slayer J did show us what he has, and that hard point did fall away in the search and destroy. But I think we're going to see him yet again dropping some numbers. So we're going to stay on board with Slayer J for the guys from Royal. Guys, but if you haven't yet, please drop a follow to the stream. I would really do appreciate it. You'll always get a notification when we go live. And that would always benefit you. And benefit the COD community. And if you have Twitter and you do follow me as well, please retweet the stream. Let's get some more people in here. The series is far from done. We're going into a CTF played on Flak Tower, and we're jumping off with Slayer J.
Alright, let's see if he can back up his performance from the first map.
Well, just before we jump off, guys, predictions. Edgar, I'm going to get yours quickly. Your prediction for the CTF?
4-1 Bravado.
4-1 Bravado. I'm going to give it a 4-2 to Bravado. We'll see what they can do. But Royal needs to come out firing. Fanboy's picking up 2. So that's 2 players down from, make that 3 down from Bravado. And this is going to be a pull from Royal right through mid-map. And player number 7 is Cerberus. That might just get him from behind. But Trex is going to clean him up. And that's the first pull from Royal.
A very fast pull. I don't think player number, I think it was 5 at the moment. At that time, Lithium was aware that the flag had been pulled, or that there was somebody in their base before the flag was pulled. And now we see just, well, kills coming in for Royal. It's a 1v2 for the flag cap. Swear trades Lithium, but it's too late now. Traxy's still here on the offense with Fanboys. Fanboys gets 1. But the players from Bravado are still spawning up at the back of the map because they are pushing both sides.
Both sides, and I just want to jump on board with Trigger. I did see him lagging around a bit as he picks up 2 there. Rahil and Cerberus, 3 players down now. The last player from Bravado is Inferno and he's mid-map. We'll see what he can do. He's just going to be proning down, and the flag is going to be run all the way to the left-hand side at Flak Tower, or Flak Gun. But Trexie picking it up. And he's going to need to fight 2 guys from Bravado. The help's going to come in from Slayer J, but he just needs to be patient.
Indeed, Slayer needs to get 1 kill. Exactly. This is going to be a 2-0 for Royal just off the start. There goes my prediction already.
Yeah, just look at the smoke strat coming in there from Royal. They knew they had their 1 player being Trigger at the bottom, and they needed to isolate him or help him just not to be seen by the guys from Bravado, and they chucked the smoke over and he could get across. So extremely well played there from Royal. This is the start you wanted, and let's see if they can capitalize on this.
They get 1 more cap before his first half, and it will surely break Bravado's momentum that they've had from the S&D. But we're seeing that Bravado is now on the offense. They finally got some map control. They got the kill on Trigger for the flag pull. They also got got 2 more kills as well. All 4 down now for for the side of Bravado.
Yeah, and this is a
Which
cap.
means that they
This
can
is-
actually set up a relay.
Yeah, this is a cap, and it comes in as Bravado now closer to a 1 the deficit, but they're still going to be on the attack, and it's going to be Royal on the defense. We'll see if they can hold them out as Trigger picks up 1. Fanboys does fall by the hands of Lithium, so that's 2 players down from Royal. Let's see if Bravado can capitalize. Only Lithium left alive, he falls as well, so a good hold from Royal.
Indeed, a very good hold. If those crucial kills went into their favor, and they managed to actually get out of their base now, and they're fighting for map control. Trigger's trying to play a sneak pull, but Inferno just spotted him. Will we win the gunfight though? He's weak, Inferno's weak, but Trigger's just trying to play his wife.
Trigger, doesn't he,
He didn't spot him.
He didn't. He didn't see him in his blind side as Trigger is just chilling top flag. As the flag is yet again pulled by Lithium, and Trigger is going to have to play a big role here to maybe stop the flag and get a pull off.
Yes, because I don't think Bravado knows that he's
He's
here.
going to get over, and he's going to get the return. Extremely well played from Trigger, but now from me, do you think Bravado was counting that there was one alive from Royal?
How does Inferno not know that he's there? I mean, he saw him. He fought a gunfight with him. Did he think that he went middle? That's probably what happened. But anyway, that was a huge flag stop. Bravado pulled the flag again. It's been all Bravado's offense for the past 30 seconds. We see kills going in and around. Cerberus picks up the flag, runs it towards the electrical side of the map. Inferno covers him. But they still need to win a gunfight in order for the flag to be capped, and Slayer J wins that one and returns the flag. Nice play from him.
Big plays from Slayer J. They're stopping that flag right in its tracks. Bravado had 2 good runs to get the flag in and get a pull, but Royal just getting that stoppage there, getting that defense down to a T. Telling Bravado nobody, you're not going anywhere further, as they stop them right there. Royal halftime with a flag advantage over the guys from Bravado, and another scoreline we didn't predict. Edgar.
Yep, another one, but we're still in the halftime. Let's see if Bravado can turn it around. This is not like they usually play. Let's see if they can get back into their rhythm, find their groove, and play their actual game. Let's follow Cerberus off the break.
Yeah, well, we're gonna stick to a Skycam. Just see what push Bravado does here, as they send 1 top window and Cerberus sitting there bottom. And you can see Trexie is the guy advancing up furthest for the team from Royal, as he's just sitting in a sneaky corner. But if we jump on board with Lithium, he's overextending totally to get control.
Yes, but he's going to be spotted real quick by Slayer. He wins the gunfight as well. Rahil trades him, but Fanboys again plays the trade game very well, which means that Royal cleaned out their base, and now they have a chance to go on the offense.
Offense it is, as the gun, the STG in the hands of Fanboys is literally
Look at number
not
3.
missing at the moment. He's running out of bullets as well.
Indeed, number 3 gets spotted out by number 7 Cerberus. Will we win the gunfight? It will not. Flag gets dropped again and returned. Still a 2-on-1 for Royal, but this round has been much closer than the last minute of the first round.
I must say, Royal's really playing a good CTF at the moment, and it's not always that you see the likes from Bravado negative, as Lithium is a -4. With Rahil +1 and Inferno +4 at the moment, and that's the only guys positive. So we'll see what Royal can do just to edge their way further in front in this match, and they're gonna have to stand a defense as Bravado is gonna be on the offense.
The team shot needs to be on point from the boys from Royal here. It's a 3v3 for base control. Slayer gets 1. They're now currently trying to push up Inferno. Rahil gets 1 on Trigger. Can he win this important kill on the base? The players have turned around. He wins 1, but he can't find the other one, which means that the offense from Bravado is now stopped for, if not just for a few seconds. 2v3 on the base.
We still have 2 minutes and 45 seconds to play in the second half. And it's looking good from Royal, but they need to get out of the sticky situation. They need to be on the attack at all times, as we know how dangerous this defense can be if you're being pushed right at the back of your spawn. And Inferno will get that kill there on Fanboy, so that's one down now from Royal. We'll see if Bravado can capitalize on that. 2 down, make that 3 down, all up to Slayer J. He falls as well. The flag is pulled. And player number 2 is Fanboy, is the only guy spawned up. So he's going to need to make one hell of a play. And I don't think Bravado has read this. I don't think Bravado has read this. Oh.
Can he find you? No, he cannot. It's still a 2-2. The flag goes in, it's a 2-2. We're even now in the CTF, and we're seeing Traxy and Trigger pushing from the different sides of the map. That means that player number 7, Cerberus, is going to spawn at their base. For Bravado.
I just wanted to spot him there, and it's up to Fanboys yet again to stop the Bravado team and find Inferno. Inferno does again from Royal. They not looking good at the moment. Slayer J coming up with 2, but Streaks coming down. Inferno is up and alive. He's probably going to get onto flag, but he gets shot down, as that's a good hold from Royal, as they don't give anything away to the likes of Bravado.
Indeed, not this time, but they need to get some map control here. They've been stuck in their base for far too long on the second half. Maybe with this kill on Lithium, Fanboys could help his team, but now it's just a 1v1 between Slayer J and player number 8, Inferno, for mid-map control. Slayer J wins that, which means that Roy will be able to go on the offense, but you want to see their teammates work for each other. At the moment, they're not doing that. Yes, they won the individual gunfights, but they still won't be able to pull the flag.
We'll see what they can do. Bravado is pinned at the back of their spawn at the moment. Inferno, it does fall from behind. 2 up from Bravado. They need to play a big defense as the smoke strat's coming in. Right, Hill picks up a nade kill on Trexie, and that's gonna be the nail in the coffin, I think, for the second half, as we're gonna see an extra time, overtime, I would say, in the CTF.
Indeed, you will be seeing overtime. Again, it's just due to the fact that during the second half, Royal was pinned to their base. Trigger couldn't pull the flag, but look at player number 5 with him. He's right on his tail.
Trigger's gonna play a huge role pre-firing.
Oh my god, this is a cap. This could be a cap.
This could be a cap, and that's gonna be the CTF, as Inferno leaves the game as well. And that is it. Royal come out on top in CTF. And another upset. Royal playing out of their minds.
That shouldn't have happened. Again, we're not seeing the bravado that we usually do. That should not have happened. First of all, Trigger should not have been given the space to actually push through to their base, to Bravado's base, to pull the flag. And second, player number 5 there, I think it was Lithium, I'm not 100% sure. He wins that gunfight, that round is over, they go into overtime, right? Trigger there, he had the bar and he just clutched up. That shows the power of the bar over the submachine gun.
The bar is insane, but Trigger playing out of his mind. Is 19 and 17. Slayer J yet again being that guy and slaying the likes of Bravado out, and jeez, what a CTF. And Royals definitely playing out of their minds. Yes, Bravado might not have liked the host, but sheesh, if you're Royal, you're feeling real good at the moment.
Exactly. If you're Royal, you're feeling good, and I don't think Bravado can just blame the host on this one. I really don't, because the first cap that came in from actually not the first cap. My bad. One of the caps that did not come in from Bravado was simply due to the fact that they left a player in their base unchecked, which was, I think it was actually Trigger, and he clutched up. Second play in the last flag that of the CTF, which ended 3-2. Yeah. What happened again? They let somebody sneak through the base, and sneak pull, and gunfight win. Well, just not what you want to see out of Bravado.
Yeah, indeed. Don't want to see that from Bravado, but big ups to Royal taking that away from Bravado and being one up. Just replying to just replying to the guys from Royal to make sure they all stay the same teams. But we're going to see now a Gibraltar hard point. And yesterday, well, the day before, it was no, it was Vinco versus Bravado. And unfortunately, I played in that game, so let's not talk about that. But Gibraltar,
Let's not.
Bravado is a real good team on Gibraltar, and I don't see even though we saw two. Let me just yet again just excuse me, as I need to reply to the team of Bravado. Um, but getting back to my point, both respawns has been won by Royal, and I think that's not usually the case that we see when you're playing Bravado. But I do think this Gibraltar hardpoint is most definitely going to go to Bravado. I don't see this ending in a 3-1 fashion to Royal. I think we're going to see a map 5 here, Edgar.
Ah, map 5. Those two words make me tickle.
Well, let's see. If things go to plan, the Search and Destroy will be played on Royal's host. So, it's going to be an uphill battle for both teams in this hardpoint and the Search and Destroy to come. But guys, drop your prediction into the chat. It's not the outcome that we thought would happen. We thought the game would end in a 3-0 fashion to Bravado, but Royal playing out of their minds currently.
250-85 to Bravado.
250.
That's my prediction.
Runaways, you would say.
Yep, 100-point club.
Now we just need to Bravado,
But it
please.
seems like none of them are changing teams.
Yeah,
I think the match will be restarted.
And Bravado is switching over. Oh, come on, switch over, please. What's happening? Bravado need to go access. Come on, guys. We've discussed this. But yeah, it's one of those things, and if you're hosting online tournaments and streaming online tournaments, can't change. Yeah, and if you're hosting and streaming online tournaments, it is difficult. You can't always have the communication with the players from both sides, and it is difficult. So I do apologize for that. Hopefully we can get things sorted in this hard point now as we respawn into that game. And I can see
Don't forget the podcast.
Yeah, Twitch _ Psycho saying it's going to be a 250-200 game to Bravado. So only 50 points between that. And Rifts is going to say 250-240 to Royal. So 10 point in that. And if we see that happening, Royal's going to walk away 3-1 victors. I can't see that happening, to be honest with you, Riffs. I think it's going to go to map 5. I don't see Bravado throwing this away in this hard point. As, yes, I just don't know. I think the AOS from Bravado is just too strong.
Indeed. We saw what they did to Vinco yesterday, and if they just play that map the same way that they did, if they play this map the same way that they did last time, they will come out victorious.
And yet again,
I'm staying with my prediction.
Yet again, I'm gonna end this here, ladies and gentlemen, just to. I can't do this. Now my names is gonna be swapped over and messed with, as the players just don't wanna listen. And Bravado, come on. Now they're switching up, and now Royal will be Bravado and Bravado will be Royal. And I do apologize for this yet again, and it's the hard, stubborn people from Bravado. It's just, I don't know. Come on, work with me, as now things are going to look different. But the game's going on, and it's going to be Royal / Bravado. Yes, Bravado is in the lead. They Oh my goodness. I don't know how to put this to you, but I'm gonna try and switch around the logos for you. So that just looks a bit better for you, but I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen, as we still on board with Cerberus, as I'm just gonna switch this around quick as possible, and don't have a look
Yep.
at the names on the top, just look at the logos. I urge you, please.
Rotation gunfights coming in now. They're coming in favor of nobody at the moment because the Bravado player still spawns at the back. Number 3 Rahil still spawns at the back. Now you want to see Royal here just slow down and try to take a gunfight with gunfight and try to make try to have the most 2v1 gunfights as possible, as many 2v1 gunfights as possible. But as soon as I say that, they all get taken down. Bravado still holds the spawn. They're now up 30 points. And the rotation is now coming in from player number 3 Rahil. As he's holding middle, if he gets this kill, he does not get that kill against Trigger, which means that Royal will still keep the spawns for the next hill. And if they hold the setup, they can definitely make up for their lost time in the first and second hills.
That was a good hold there from Bravado, as they did stomp the authority down at that hill, as it's now going to be rotated to Castle Road, and we'll see what Royal can do, just slaying things out. Trixie picking up Royal, but it is going to be Bravado currently hitting things up, and player number 4 Inferno is going to come from the side, does pick up one. Trigger trades him out, but yet again it's Lithium in that hill with Cerberus.
They did Lithium and Cerberus in hill, but the spawns are still in favor of Royal. They get 2 kills in their favor. Lithium gets one to trade, Inferno gets another one. Trixie trades Lithium. Inferno gets 2-3 huge kills.
Huge kills coming in, as he does pick up 4. He's on a 4 streak currently, working towards his score streaks. It's 9 and 5. Is he going to pick up another one? Nope. Trigger does stop him, but Inferno is spawning right next to the hill, so they did swap down over the spawns, and this is the spawn you want if you're Bravado.
And then at least the spawn you want if you're Bravado, but with these 2 players from Royal here pushed up, he didn't want to see them challenge this. And they do, which means that they will lose control of the hill at the moment. It allows Bravado to push in. And now, we see Royal fighting from the back foot, from the bad spawns. Sawyer J went on the flank, got one, but he got traded immediately. And now, we're going to see Bravado rack up some hill time as soon as they get these kills.
Yeah.
But it seems like they're not getting them.
And was in hill
Which
with
is
Sawyer
weird.
J, both of them getting traded out. As yet again it's Bravado with the dominance in the hill. Rahil is there picking up one. He's not going to find a third, but it is Trixie just laying down, trying not to get shot. But Bravado is like looking ruthless at the moment, as they have that 75 points up against Bravado.
Indeed they are. As we look into this first hill again, Bravado Inferno just got a huge 2-piece, first of all, to get players off of the hill. And now what you want to see them do is, as soon as they have hill control, which they do, is just push up. We see player number 1 with him going on a flank towards the gold area, which spawns the players from Royal out on the 3rd hill side of the map. We also see player number 5, Fanboys, coming in on a flank from the comms area, or ladder, as the Bravado players call it. If he picks up a couple of kills, he can definitely disrupt the spawns here, but since player number 2 had already spawned, player number 1 with him spawns right next to him, and as we're nearing the end of Pit Center, we see that Bravado is still holding the spawns.
Yeah, still holding the spawns. Over a 100-point lead currently for the guys from Bravado, and it's looking good as they've got spawns as well, so it's an uphill battle for Royal at the moment. And as I mentioned before, guys, please do excuse the names on the top. Just have a look at the logos and it will tell you the teams, as Bravado is on the Royals name and Royals on the Bravado's name. But it is Bravado with a 100-point lead so far, looking to close it out on this hard point, as they want to take it to a map 5 and not give Royal that 3-1 W.
They most probably will. Just look at the setup that they have now. We see player number 3, Rahil, currently going on the flank. He will probably pick up one player at the very least. And they even flip spawns, which
yeah.
is insane.
And
That's great for Bravado's rotation now. Yes, you let Royal get an extra 20 seconds of hill time, but you would take 20 seconds to rotate from Fort's courtyard to this third hill anyway.
indeed so, as Trexie does pick up one, Trigger finds another, and Trexie just spinning circles for a moment there, as Bravado still has that good spawn, so they don't have too much to worry about, as Trexie is working too. His streaks unfortunately does fall, but yet again Bravado as the captain in hill, racking up time.
They're racking up time, they're getting the kills necessary, they still have spawns. This is looking good for another 30 seconds of hill time. And as soon as they get to that 200 map, that 200 point mark, this game is practically over.
Yeah, English just not working there for a second, and it happens to the
Indeed, let me try Afrikaans.
It happens to the both of us, as it's all pink at the moment on your left side corner, as you can see Bravado just slaying out, breaking that 200 point mark, and Lithium still raining down. He's an assist away from finding his glide bomb, and you can see his shot is on, but he does fall there by the hands of Trigger, as we now rotate to, I think it is the
turret hill.
The turret hill there, yeah, the turret hill, and it is the guys from Royal having control.
Indeed, they have control at the moment, but they get pinched from 2 Bravado players, and it's, well, a clean wipe from the side of Royal. We see number 7, player number 7, Trexie, spawned out over on the second hill. He's now going to push into the arch, and it's a 3v1 gunfight on the hill, which seems like Royal will win. So for the moment, it seems like the 80 point club is avoided, unfortunately, but there are still hopes for the 100 point club.
Yeah, Royal needs to get
Not
out
for long.
of that, as Bravado is going to push up, but Royal so far is winning their gunfights, so good ups for them, as there's still 10 seconds left in this turret hill. And you can already see, if I jump to the sky cam, it is the guys from Royal set up already, and it's going to be Bravado that needs to break.
Indeed. And we see player number 7, Trexie, on the flank once again. He will probably clean up player number 4 here, Inferno. With the help of Fanboys, he does so, but Bravado still on the hill. And the spawn comes in on the third hill for Royal. They're now going to try to break into the front. They need all the kills that they can get. Cerberus gets a huge shoe piece. Fanboys gets a trade on Inferno. Cerberus gets one more. And this map is practically over. Just 4 more kills and Bravado will get the win.
There's still a couple of kills to get before they can bury this game away, Bravado. But Bravado, Cerberus 34 and 20. The man is on a mission to prove a point, as I think Rahil was just standing still there for a second, as Lithium will hunt down Trigger. And it's just chaos at the moment in the middle, as no team can take control. And as I say that, it is Bravado walking away with that hard point on Gibraltar. 250 to 105. And we're going to a map 5.
As expected, Bravado will win that hard point easily. Not much of a struggle there for them.
Yeah, not too much of a struggle there, but we're now going to see a Search and Destroyed played on, I think it is, let me actually just have a look here for you as I bring up the maps for you guys yet again. And that last map will be played on London Docks, and this time the host is back to the guys from Royal, so we'll see if they can capitalize on that as we go to the host from Royal, and that being Willy Zeda or something like that. And we can see Glitch saying we want tacos, and if you guys wondering what that means, is if a team gets underclubbed on at Anaheim, everyone in the crowd gets free tacos. So unfortunately, not happening there. No one's getting free tacos, and Bravado does, or Royal does stop that from happening. But we're going to a map 5, search and destroy on London Docks, and the host is on Royal side. Get your predictions in for this map 5. Retweet the stream on Twitter. Let's get more people into the stream to see this epic last map played. And Edgar, if it's anything like that first search and destroy we saw, it's going to be one-sided to Bravado.
Indeed, it will be. My prediction is 6-3 to Bravado.
Well,
I just think that Royal does not have the S&D prowess that Bravado has, and we saw it in the USS. They never switched anything up. And if you don't have the ability to do that round by round to adjust your playstyle, you will most likely be losing your S&Ds.
yeah, we'll see if Royal has learned their lesson from that first search and destroy. But it is going to be an uphill battle for Royal. Obviously, Bravado is a top team, and they've been in this position before, so they know how it feels. They probably don't have that much of nerves, where I would say Royal has quite a lot of nerve at the moment, as they're going to go into the search and destroy. Off the back from that first search and destroy 6-1 dominance by Bravado.
Indeed, the pressure is on their shoulders to perform.
Indeed it is. We can see
Will they do it?
Twitch_Psycho is saying it's going to be 6-4 to Bravado. And even if it is that, at least Royal has some positives to take out of this map, as they took 2 maps away from Bravado.
Indeed. But I don't think they'll be satisfied with that. I think they'll only be satisfied with the win, with the way that they played the respawns.
Yeah, indeed so. But we do go into the search and destroy now. And Klitsch saying a fat 6-0. Well, is this 6-0 to Bravado? Is this 6-0 to Royal? It's going to be 6-0 to someone at least.
Who knows?
Who knows? But Riff saying it's going to be 6-4 to Royal. We know Riff is a big supporter for Royal, as everything is predicted is to the guys from Royal. So we don't know what's going to happen as we get the search and destroy underway. And what a map to play it on London Docks.
Indeed. Let's see if any new strats come out. Let's see if the snipers come out this map. Let's see if we get aggressive mid-map pushes this round. This round? No, this S&D.
Yeah.
My apologies.
My big thing is, if and this is no roast to 50 Cent, if Royal just doesn't need to play the game 50 Cent plays with a full B on push to B-bomb site, and then 10 seconds later decides, okay, no, we're not going to push this too much, and then get slayed out. So hopefully they sort their things out and they can take the search or destroy, because that's going to be one hell of an achievement.
Rolling into the map now.
And
as usual, the same pictures going in. Danger and exploded bomb, but we've never seen a bomb on this map except the glide bomb. We are on a neutral host, but it seems like we have Royal on offense. Let's see what they do on their first round. Who do you want to follow out of Royal?
Guys, right? just give me a second, as I have to swap this around, and I do apologize. It's not how I would like to do things. I would like to keep everything as professional as possible. And there we go, and that's a bit skew there from Royal. And we're gonna jump on board with Trexie, the guy with the bomb for Royal, and we'll see what Royal can do.
A B push from the side of Royal. You currently have 2 players from Bravado trying to defend the bomb site, but you see that Inferno player number 6 is sitting over on that mid statue. Gets a huge sniper kill on Trexie. That is actually insane reaction time to get that cross. I've tried that myself. I could never do that. But 1v2 for Swire J. It was a 1v3. Can he clutch this? He cannot.
Yeah, unfortunately, couldn't clutch it up, but We always mention how important first bloods are in search and destroy, because it's always going to give you that one man advantage, and if you can capitalize on that, it's an easy W for you. And we'll see how Royal can play that, because they need to get that first pick to take it away from Bravado.
Indeed, but Bravado get the first round on the board. They were on defense, so it's sort of expected. We're following Fanboys off the break as he goes towards the docks area. It seems like it's an A push from the side of Bravado as well.
Yeah.
The smoke comes out. Fanboys is playing his usual strat, just staying in that bomb site. Gets picked by Cerberus. Great shots from Cerberus there. Bomb's going down for the side of Bravado. Lithium's putting it down. Inferno gets a pick as well. Cerberus gets another one, and this round is currently a 3v1 in favor of Bravado. Let's follow Trigger and see what he can do. Sniper rifle out.
Sniper rifle out, and if he can do that with a 1v3
They heard him fall.
situation, unfortunately couldn't, and that's 2 quick rounds to Bravado already. Their search and destroy is really looking good at the moment. We did see their first search and destroy going 6-1 to Bravado, so hopefully it's not the same if you're a Royal fan, but the guys from Bravado is really looking strong in their search and destroy.
They are at the moment. This was quite an easy round from the moment that Cerberus got the pick on Fanboys over on the A bomb site. It just opened up the whole bomb site for them to plant in and defend after that. Now we're seeing Royal go on the same B push as they did before. This time they're sending all 4 players though. Nobody's watching the flank. But they played it too slow, and well, Rahil got a first blood. It is now 4v3 in favor of Bravado, and I don't see this round going anywhere else but a round win for Bravado.
Yeah, don't see that as well. As Trigger is just trying to spot someone, but Cerberus is going to take him out. It's all up to Slayer J and Trexie to make something happen, and it's taking me quite a while to switch to them. I don't know what is happening. Let's just quickly jump to a Skycam and then back up to him as Trexie and Slayer J against the 4 players from Bravado. They know exactly where both of these players are, so we'll see what they can do. Rahil cleans out Trexie, all up to Slayer J. And for some reason it just doesn't want me to switch to him, and as I do, he gets slayed out. 3-0 to Bravado, exactly the same start as what we saw at that first search and destroy played on USS
Royal. Yep, indeed. Royal, what are you doing? They're building their own coffins. Literally just going into B, staying by the coal and underground area, and not being able to push up. Try a smoke. Try doublenating the second hardpoint. Do something. Don't just stay there. Well, be exposed from practically every corner and angle in the map.
Yeah, we can see yet again it's an A push from Bravado, doing exactly the same thing. But Fanboys yet again being that guy that's rushing everywhere. He does pick up 1 kill there, and it is Cerberus and Rahil dead, as it's a 2v3 situation. Lithium still has the bomb in hand. He's close to his streaks as well. If he can get the bomb down, it's all up to him now to clutch things out. He's going to find Trigger with some hip fire accuracy. And if I'm Bravado, I'm getting the bomb down just to get closer to my streaks, and then playing for possible picks.
He spots both of the players, so he knows where both of them are. We'll reach out to Slayer J here. He won't be getting traded anytime soon. Gets the kill. The trade is not coming from Trexie, which is weird considering that he knew where Lithium was. And this bomb is going to go down, which means that glide bomb for Lithium.
That's a big play from Lithium.
Will Trexie find him though?
Trexie does spot him. He does spot him.
He did. Go for the ninja.
He's going for it. We'll see what Lithium does. Lithium is not even going to pick.
Round
He
win
uses his
for
glide
Royal.
bomb, but I think it's too late as the defuse comes in, and a glide bomb wasted by Bravado Lithium.
Indeed, if you put the bomb down and you don't check it after 7 seconds, that's something that can happen to you. But at the same time, stretches in this game, you can stretch the bomb so far behind the actual bomb site that it's well, you can plant the bomb on one side and the bomb can be defused from the other one.
It's so good around there from Royal. They almost lost that 1v3 situation. Cerberus gets that first blood again. Inferno picks up another, and that will be a quick round for Bravado. Just hitting back after that round loss there, but they now fall one ahead and looking to close things out possibly in the next 2 rounds.
Yep, we're seeing some love over here on the Royal player's body from the Bravado player, which always fun to see. I don't mind really, to be honest, but just Bravado has been in control of this S&D from the start, and Royal hasn't changed much up except the one round that they won where they actually went full aggressive over on mid-map and the A-bomb site, which allowed them to get first blood.
Indeed, so we can see Lithium yet to die in the search and destroy. He's just gonna try and hit some bullets through the wall. Does picks up Trexie, and just like that, it's all up to Trigger yet again. The smoke comes in, bomb's gonna be planted. If I jump on board with Trigger, it's an uphill battle from him. He's 1 and 5. He does spot Inferno, I think it is. Yes, he does. Does pick him up. Will find not Lithium. Lithium
Whoa.
does not want to die in the search and destroy, as Bravado is now 1 round away from taking the search and destroy and the series in a 3-2 fashion.
Watched it. When we watch this back, we need to see the difference between Bravado's attack on B and Royal's attack on B. Completely different. The team shot that comes in on the players from Royal, the pace that they played as soon as they found those kills, the speed that they did just to get there, get the kills and put the bomb down. It was all in under 15 seconds, I think. But either way, we're going on a new round, possibly the last round of this game, and we see that Royal was playing very tentative.
They going all the way around to the flank, but gets read there by Trexie as he picks him up. But Trexie was sitting right at the back there with the bomb, so I don't know what game plan they have, but Slayer J picks up Royal as well. They've got a 2-man advantage over Bravado. They know Lithium is in this corner, he picks him up, and that's a good round coming in from Royal. Their best round.
Indeed, a well played round from Royal.
Yeah, their best round. What in this map?
Yes, their best round in this map. They're still down 2-5 though. Could a comeback happen, Del Rey?
Yeah, that.
Could it happen?
That's gonna be one. I don't know. I doubt it. But listen here, we've dealt with Royal in 2 respawns, and they've came out on top. So I don't know. They maybe just can pull it off.
Lithium has 2 streaks though. He still has a barrage and a fighter pilot. He seems to be using his fighter pilot, I think. We'll see.
Yeah, fighter pilot.
It is indeed his fighter pilot. He will not find anyone. He finds fanboys, but he does not know where the other players are. Trexie gets bulleted, but survives it. Artillery barrage also being used. It's going to find player number 4. And Trexie.
So that's a 2v
Fanboy levels it up.
We'll see what they can do. They need to go huge Royal as the bomb's going to be planted. So another thing to worry about. They've got 40 seconds to do this, to maybe pull off some incredible run to take this away from Bravado. But Bravado setup for me, it's going to take one hell of a game, one hell of a break to see Royal take this.
Fanboys needs to wait. Fanboys needs to wait there. Don't peek that. Don't peek that. Trigger can't trade you yet. But we'll get Trigger now. He will get found out by Cerberus, but at this time you want Fanboy also pushing that, but it's too late.
Too late indeed.
It's too late. They didn't coordinate that as well as they could have. They could have possibly gotten away with that round. Possibly. It's still, the chances of them winning that round are still pretty limited, but with some good timing and good communication, they could have at least brought it back to a 2v2.
Yeah, well, GG's to Bravado. They walk away victors in this series as they take it 3-2 over Royal. And Royal not slouching at all in this series. They took the first HP 250 over 167. The search and destroy to follow was 6-1 to Bravado. The CTF in we thought it was overtime, but some miraculous play coming in from the guys from Royal took that 3-2 scoreline to them. And then we saw a Gibraltar hard point go to the guys from Bravado, 250 to 100 and is 105. And then Bravado yet again in the search and destroy is looking exceptionally good as they take it 6-2 over Royal. Royal, GG's to you guys as well. You put up a huge fight.
You showed up.
Yeah, you definitely pitched up, and good game to you guys. But Bravado coming out victors. Well done to them. They get to be beaten. Obviously, they had 2 forfeits, and our sympathy yet again goes out to Bravado Lithium, to his father that recently passed away. So, Bravado Lithium, stand strong, brother. The whole Call of Duty South African community is behind you if you do need us. So, to him, stand strong, brother.
Much love, man.
Yeah, much love. But for this series, the game is over. We've got a game for you tomorrow. I don't know if Edgar's will be with me, but tomorrow we've got Ventus versus White Rabbit. The time will be known later tonight on Twitter. If you do not follow me on Twitter, please do so. VNCO_Dallas. You'll see it in your chat currently, there by Nightbot. And then, guys, if you have not yet followed me on Twitch, please do so. I really do appreciate that. But before you go, we're going to be raiding King Deuce, and King Deuce is an ex Call of Duty competitive player. Yeah, as I said last time, he's only 12, but he's already an ex. But he's only 6 followers away from being affiliated. So let's give him some love. But before I do that, Edgar, thanks yet again for joining me.
It was fun, as usual. I hope to see you tomorrow. It will honestly depend on my schedule, but I hope to be free.
Yeah, hope to be free. Yet again, thank you very much, guys. Please click on your chat as they will come up and we'll raid King Deuce. Please give him some love. Please drop him a follow. And that's it all for now. Cheers.